Unit 2 Preview. As we begin Unit 2, let's take a moment to reflect on where we've been so far and where we're going in the course, and then I will outline some of what we'll be doing in Unit 2, which takes us right up to spring break. So Unit 2 is called Researching a Market, Journals and Other Short-Form Publishing Venues. I want to take a moment and explain kind of what that means and what we're going to be doing over the next 5 weeks. So the Unit 2 learning goals are basically these two, and they're big, chunky, challenging learning goals. Part 1, the first goal is to research options for places you might publish your work. So you've already begun thinking about what kind of work you're going to be doing. Now we're going to look at where would be good options and good places to publish that, both online and in print. And then number 2 is to develop an idea into a publishable blog post or article proposal. That will be the main project for Unit 2. You actually will take an idea, could be something you've worked on in a class before or something that's just banging around in your head, and develop it into a publishable blog post or article proposal. So that's kind of the main goals of Unit 2. Now let's take a moment to reflect on Unit 1. In Unit 1, you started thinking of yourself not just as a writer, but as somebody who's writing for publication. The root word of publication is, of course, public. Publication is a way of making your work public. Now, your author profile and mission statement helped you to begin to identify your areas of expertise, topics you might want to write about, and the readers for whom you want to write. As a result of that work, you should now have a clearer sense of purpose, a need you want to meet for your readers, or perhaps some kind of problem that you want to solve for them. Now, having a sense of mission or purpose as a writer, particularly when you're writing for publication and for real readers, is totally critical. So congratulations on doing the work to define and articulate your own personal profile and mission statement. You will come back to your author profile statement again and again and again as you gain a clearer sense of your mission and especially of your audience. And really, in the end, nothing helps focus you as much as live feedback from real readers. Now, we also learned in Unit 1 from Jane Friedman and from Fauzia Burke that it is really important to be strategic and make plans. It usually doesn't work very well to just sit down and start writing whatever you want and then try to figure out where to publish it later. Not a great strategy. So we're going to try to be more strategic about that throughout this course. Now, Unit 2 will help you start connecting with potential audiences by developing some short-form publication ideas. Short form meaning, article length or blog length or shorter. Unit 2 introduces the concept of a publishing market, which may be a new term for you. For now, you can think of a market as a conversation that is already ongoing and which you want to join. Maybe you want to write about teaching online, for example, as I am. Who else is writing about that topic? Where are they publishing their work? Who are the writers that readers are talking about today? The more you can learn about that conversation, the easier it will be for you to join and become a key voice in the conversation. So when we talk about a publishing market, what we're really talking about is a conversation that's happening online and in print among readers and writers around a particular topic. So learning as much as you can about this ongoing conversation, of course, is going to help you join the conversation with a greater sense of confidence. It's just like walking into a room. The first time you walk into the room, you may not know, what's going on, what are they talking about? So you need to hang out for a while and kind of eavesdrop and lurk and figure out, hey, what are these folks talking about? That's kind of what researching a publishing market is like. Now, in Unit 2, you will gain some confidence and some practice in writing for a very specific audience. You will develop some sample pieces for publication in blog form or for a scholarly journal. You can choose which option is best for you based on your topic and your audience. If you are writing about topics of broad public interest like food or health, you probably want to focus on blogs and similar online formats that reach larger audiences. If you are writing about more specialized research, or if you're writing about topics of more scholarly and academic interest, you probably want to focus on developing a proposal for a journal article. Now, for either of these options, whether you choose option 1 to go in the kind of blog digital direction or option 2, the journal article abstract and proposal direction for this main project, for either option, it's totally cool for you to work with something you have already written. if you have something relevant. So you can take something from a previous course, something you've written on your own before, but if you have pre-existing content that you want to work with, that's great. And in fact, I encourage that because our focus here is more on revising and adapting for a particular venue than on the original research and writing. So feel free to repurpose something you already wrote for another class or purpose. So we'll look in more detail in week 1 of Unit 2 at how to find these different blog posts, how to find different journal or articles, and how to start doing some preliminary research into your publishing market and the conversation that's ongoing around your topic. But that gives you a snapshot of what we'll be doing between now and spring break in Unit 2. Thanks for listening.